When did you say the train was coming again? They ripped up the tracks a couple decades ago. Oh, that's a bother. Yep. Guess we'll have to start walking. Yep. Right on.
Well, 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 it seems Passepartout and I have gotten into quite a pickle, and it's only day 27. Why don't I tell you folks a little bit about the Salvation Army in the place we ended up? That ought to lighten our spirits a bit on this very long trail back to international headquarters. We're currently here in Listowel, where the Salvation Army has been present since 1885. That's 20 years after William Booth started his mission in England, where I absolutely am from. It is also only 3 years after the Salvation Army officially came to Canada and started the work in London, Ontario. My, how the gospel spreads! It was January 10th, 1885, when Captain Annie Teagle and her friends Lieutenant Dietrich and Cadet Hunter held an open-air meeting on the street in front of the Royal Hotel. Must have been chilly in those nightshade pantyhose. Brr! They soon decided it was time to find a building to hold services in, probably because they realized this was Canada and that freezing cold winter weather was going to happen every year. So they took up residence first in the old Methodist Episcopal Church, then the Wesleyan Methodist Church, the German Methodist Church, Van Stone's jewelry store, and then an old frame hotel. Finally, they stopped using other people's buildings and built their own next to the place where the Listowel Salvation Army thrift store is today. It wasn't there then. That was some other thing. Then, 60 years later, they got tired of that building, tore it down, and built a new one in the same spot. That building is still there, but it got sold to some guys who like to put puns on the flashy sign out front. Now the Corps moved further up Main Street, presumably to get away from the horrendous traffic in the downtown area. Passepartout, do keep up, will you? I suppose I must give her a bit of a rest. I'll see you all next week on Around the Army World in 80 Days.